Good morning, sweethearts. Today we are going to learn about dozens and addition without carry, operative technique, chapters 8 and 9, page 30 and 31. The objectives after these lessons, you will be able to recognize that a dozen is equal to 12, perform an additional equation through online addition, calculate an additional equation through setting up in a column. What is a dozen? Here are some examples of dozens. Let's count the coloring pencils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here we have 12 coloring pencils. So we can say that we have a dozen of coloring pencils since a dozen is equal to 12. Let's count the flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here we have a dozen of flowers since we have 12 flowers. So always remember that a dozen is equal to 12. Guess how many? In a class, there are 20 boys and a dozen of girls. How many girls can you tell me? Yes, excellent. 12 girls, since a dozen is equal to 12. So how many students are there in all? We should add the number of boys with the number of girls. Let's write the equation. 20 plus 12, which is equal to, we add the units with the units. 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Then we add the tens with the tens. We keep this place for the tens digit, the big brother. So 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. The answer is 32. We should write the complete answer. There are 32 students in the class. Now we are going to learn how to add two-digit numbers. Two-digit numbers are numbers from 10 till 99. So if we want to add two-digit numbers, we have two ways. Either we can perform the additional equation through online addition. Let's see this example. Calculate the following equation. 35 plus 62. Can you see? The numbers are written straight on the line. When we write the numbers in this way, we call this line equation. The circled numbers or the circled digits are the tens digits. Let's start adding the units. 4 plus 2 is equal to, 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. And now we are going to add the tens. 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. So the answer is 97. This kind of equations is called online equation. It's written straight on the line. We can also perform an additional equation through setting up the equation in column. In this way, in the table of tens and units. For example, set up the following equation, then calculate 57 plus 42. In number 57, we have 5 as tens digit. We write it under the tens. And 7 as units digit, we write it under the units. And we have in number 42, 4 as tens and 2 as units. We start adding from the units side. 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. And 5 plus 4 is also equal to 9. So the answer is 99. This, this is what we called line addition, and this is a column addition. Let's practice more. Calculate the following equations, then write these equations as on-line equations on the line straight. So here they are given the equation in a column, or they are setting up the equation. We should start from the units. 6 plus 2, which is equal to 8, and 5 plus 3 is also equal to 8. Now let's write the column equation on the line. We start from this number 56. We read the number from the left to the right. So 56 plus 32 is equal to 88. So in this way, we write the equation on the line. I want you to try and practice this one. Now, set up and perform the following equations. Here we have a line equation or a line addition. We should set up in a column. So 62 plus 23, let's set up 62. Here T stands for tens and U stands for units. So 6 is the tens digit and 2 is the units. And in number 23, we have 2 as tens and 3 as units. We should start from the units. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, and 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So the answer is 85. I want you to practice and solve this one. I want you also to solve pages 30, 31, and 32 on your math book. In page 30, we have to decompose the number 12. Decomposing means breaking the number into tens and units. So in number 12, we have 10 plus, yes, of course, 2. Number 1, a father is 33 years old. What will his age be in 10 years? We have 10. So we should add 33 plus 10. Then in number 2, Hadi picks 20 flowers. Nada picks a dozen more than Hadi. We have a dozen. And more is a keyword of addition or subtraction. You should know. Then you should write the equation on the first line and the complete answer in the second line. Number 3. In a class, there are 20 boys and a dozen of girls. How many students are there in the class? You should know. Number 4. Sami had a dozen marbles. He wins 10 at the first break and 5 at the second break. So Sami had a dozen. A dozen means, you should guess, he wins 10 at the first break and 5 at the second. You should add the number of marbles that he wins on the first break and on the second break. So here we have 10 plus 5, which is equal to 15. And then you should add the 15 with a dozen. So write the equation, then write the complete answer. Thank you, my lovely students. Today, we learned that a dozen is equal to 12 and how to add through line addition or setting up. Thank you.